Hello and welcome. My name is Nobubushida, and today I'll be going through a bit of a tutorial for Dungeons of the Endless. Now, I'm playing on Switch at the moment. This game was on PC quite a while ago, and I played it on PC, so I'm just gonna try to help out new players who are picking up the game on Switch to understand what they should be and not be doing. So first of all, you come to this screen and you have many characters that you can pick from and some you can unlock later. Some of them are really cool, so stick with it and you might see some interesting characters. So each character comes with 4 stats, so I'm gonna hover over the pug here. Health, which is the top one, then speed, attack, power, and wit. So the first 3 are quite self-explanatory. Health, your tankiness, how much HP you have. Then speed, how fast you move. Attack power, how hard you hit. And then wit would actually improve your ability to repair modules when they get damaged from monsters. And another feature which we're going to get into later. But first, yeah, let me pick the pug. I think I'll go for, and I want a fast character. So I'll think, yeah, Shasha. Shasha's a good one to go to. Alright, now before you actually get into the game, I recommend you turn your difficulty to 2 easy. Easy is more like the hard mode in this game, and 2 easy is more like medium or normal. So let's start on that. Um, you can pick any character you want, experiment. I don't think any characters is actually bad. I'll be doing a future tier list in another video, but we'll stick with these 2 for now. And yeah, let's get into it. Alright, after your game has loaded, you will be seeing the screen. Now you're on your pod that's been crashed on the island or the planet. Um, you have 2 characters here. I'm playing with a pro controller, so when I press R, it's actually changing which character I'm highlighted on. If I press L and R at the same time, you highlight both. The first thing I'm gonna do is, you see, if I move up, you can press A here, and it'll actually open a door. Now each door you open, it will actually increase the resource you'll get, and use resources to do many numerous things, which I'll show you in a second. So if you look at the top left, you have your 4 main resources in the game, starting with industry, which is the red one, then science, which is blue, food, which is green, and dust, which is yellow. Now I'm just going to open this door with my 2 characters, and it's a big room here. Rooms differ in sizes, so you can take advantage of that, and we'll get into that into another video. But okay, for this one, you see, if you press ZR here, you actually use a resource, which is the dust one, to actually highlight the room, like that basically. Dust is pretty much your energy source, which you're using from the ship. You can see that yellow light moving across, and by doing that, it would allow you to actually build different modules inside of the room. So here we have an offensive module called the prisoner pod. I don't think I need the prisoner pod at the moment, so I'm gonna go for a major module. So you have 3 major modules in the game. You can get more later, but let's stick with these 3 for now. So we have the food replicator, the industry generator, and the science curator. Each of these increase the amount of resource you get per door you open. So every time you open a door, if you look at the top left, I will get +3 science, +8 industry, and +6 food. So industry at the start, I'd say, is really important. So I'm just gonna build out this. Yep. Okay. Now I'm gonna move my characters together. So I'll press R and L and move them this way. Okay, here. You see that thing on the floor? That's a little event, and by collecting that, I picked up 9 science. Now it's quite important to know that you can't move individually in where you want to position yourself in the room. There's indicated spots the characters will automatically move into. It can be quite annoying at times, but it's a mechanic you can get used to. Alright, so secondly, I'm gonna go for food here, and I'll continue on this way. Okay, we're at dead end here. Any monsters? No. It's a merchant. This guy is the death dealer. He deals with random stuff. In this game, you can actually buy materials and well, buy equipment, and equipment you can actually equip onto your characters. For example, Shasha here, she can have a gun. She can have some type of armor and utility. But I do not have enough industry to buy any of these, so let's leave that for now. I'm gonna line up this room and go to here. Now you might be wondering, why did I lighten this room but I didn't build anything in it? Well, the important thing about lighting in rooms is if a room's lit, monsters won't spawn in it. And that is quite useful because I don't want monsters to spawn from the right when I'm going to be focusing right in front of me. So let's go ahead. Okay, no monsters still. Not bad. Okay, here we have hit a science research module. So here you can actually build different modules or major modules to use in the game. Okay, I'm gonna go for I think the newer stun module, which actually slows down monsters in the same room as the module, which is quite useful. You can also reset modules if there's nothing you like here. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go for this one. So I press A, and you actually don't get it straight away. It's researching. It will take you a while. That one's a debuff, so it would come here. But basically, after opening 3 doors, you'll finish the research and you have the module you need. Cool. Before we move on, we haven't seen any monsters yet, which is quite unique. But I'm gonna press backspace to get into well, the minus button to get into the stats of the characters. So if you press A in a character, you can get all the information of what the stats actually mean. The first one being HP, and then health regen, which is just regenerating your health. Right now we've got none. Defense helps also with being tanky, so you don't take as much damage. Speed, DPS, attack power, and attack cooldown and then width at the end. So DPS is a combination calculated by attack power and attack cooldown. If you want more attack, basically DPS, you want your attack cooldown to be low, and you want your attack power to be high. But when you're actually judging your damage, look at the DPS, not the attack power. That's very important. Try to remember that. Okay, we actually have enough food here to level up your characters. You can look at the bottom of the screen and it will tell you how much food it costs to level up. So for the pug, that's 35 food, and for Shasa, 25. So I think I'll level up her. So I press X. Yep, X again. Cool. You can also heal your guys or rest. I don't need to heal. Life's already full, and I can't rest because I don't have any. Resting actually just um gives your skills back, which I'll show you in a bit. You can also dismiss your characters, which literally just kicks them into dungeon and you'll permanently lose them. So don't do that. Yep. Onto the equipment screen. Here we go. So you have the backpack and inventory. We have nothing in either. An important note to remember is that anything in your backpack you'll keep throughout the dungeons. But as soon as you leave a level or floor, anything in your inventory will be automatically lost. So make sure to put everything you need in your backpack before you leave, or sell everything from your inventory to a merchant before you head off. Okay, skills. So I just leveled up Shasha, and because of that, she got an active here, and we have actives and passives. So let's just read this active quickly. Tames the most powerful monster in the room. Yep, each active has a duration, or it lasts for. Not all of them, some of them. And then they have a cooldown. So for her one specifically, it lasts. You can only use it every 3 doors. I need to open up 3 doors before I can use it again. And then we have passives here. So Scamper, the monster does don't slow the hero down. Nice. and then got your back. Defense increases by 10% when grouped with others they trust. So I'm guessing she trusts the pug. I mean, she's a beast tamer or beast master, so it's a bit abusive. All right, cool. That's good. So now we've gone through that. Let's hurry up and open this next door. Okay, in more industry. Oh, and here you go. Because this room was not lit, monsters came through. As you can see here, it was only two, so that's not many. Okay, I normally actually like to go left a lot. Any, you can take any route we want, but in the future we'll go through strategies about that. So you can see I found an event in this room, and it was a self-generated room. This room is powered by a mystical force, as you can see. Okay. Oh, we can level up again. Let me this time level up the pug. Leveling up increases your stats. Yep. Before you level up, I'll tell you. And I'll also tell you have a new skill. Let's do that. Here's a new skill. Pilfer. Okay, cool. So every time, so when you kill monsters, you actually have a chance to drop dust, which allows you to power room. Power rooms, yep. And this skill seems to allow her to farm a bit more dust because with every dust pile she finds, it increases by one, which is useful. One more thing about dust, each of the little squares means you can light up one room. So if I have 10 squares, I can light 10 rooms. Just to let you know. Okay, let's move on. Okay, this is actually the exit. And at the same time, we completed the module unlock. Could we open up 3 doors? That's useful. So the goal of the actual game to get to the next floor is to carry this crystal all the way to this exit. And as you can imagine, some levels will get quite long, so it can be quite difficult. And that's why you need to really tactically think of how you're going to line up the rooms to make it a bit easier for yourself. One more tip: keeping a hero in the room semi keeps the room a bit lit, and that actually means monsters are less likely to spawn in the room. I don't know if it's 50% chance to spawn after that, or I can't remember actually, but it's useful to know if you have many heroes but you don't have enough dust. Okay, I think I'll research tear gas, which actually decreases the defense of monsters in the room, and it also does damage, which is quite useful. Okay, so what we find here. Found dust, that was 9 dust, useful. All monsters coming. We found them here. So the in Dungeons of the Endless, no one level is really the same. It's all randomly generated. So NPCs you meet are randomly generated, and the spots on the ground also. So normally I would actually have to build a bit more defenses, but I'm actually quite lucky this time that I haven't had to. But I think I'll go ahead and we'll build some. Yeah. Okay, we'll build 3 prisoner pods. That's nice. Also, um, some rooms are actually better than others. Like if you see, I go here, you can see that it has 3 slots to build, while this one has 6. This one has, well, that's a lot. That's 7. 4, yeah, and that adds to another tactical layer on how you actually want to build, so you can easily protect yourself from incoming monsters. Okay, I'm gonna leave Shasha in this room, and the pug, you open up this door. Oh, monsters. Okay, I'm gonna run back into the room with Shasha so we can all attack together and not take too much damage. And I have more dust. Gonna dust up this room here so we don't get flanked, and I can focus on monsters coming from in front of me. I'm gonna leave Shasha in this room, Remember, if you leave someone in the room, less likely monsters will spawn. And I'll head up to the top. Okay, more monsters. Okay, I'm gonna select both. I'm both gonna run in here. Nope. Nice. One thing to know, movement in this game, you can literally just click around different rooms quite like that. If you just move the control stick, it's actually quite relaxing. Actually, it's quite nice. I like this. It feels a bit better than using keyboard and mouse on the computer. Oh, let me level up Shasha one more time. Go to status or stats. There you go. Cool. Alright. Hug. It's your turn. Actually, I should be using Shasha. Shasha's faster. If you look at the stats, C has, oh wow, 13 more movement speed than a pug. And that's the last room. Okay, that's a lot of enemies. And more there. Alright. I'm gonna use Sasha's active. Okay, now I've got that monster who's my teammate. Oh, that died really fast. Oh god, there's a lot of them. Okay. Nice. Now I use my active there, and I use that by using the left on the D-pad. Most characters can get 2 actives, and the later one you can use the right as well to activate it. So after opening up 3 doors, the active would come back, but I've actually completed this level now. There's no more doors to open. So the only thing I need to do now is collect the crystal and get the heck out of here. Now I need to strategize on how the easiest way to do it. Okay, Sash is the fastest, so I'm gonna move her here so you can carry it. Because when you carry the crystal, it actually slows your movement speed, so using the fastest character is more useful. And I'm going to light up this room to make it a bit easier to carry this. Let's do this. Okay, I'm gonna move from all the way to the escape. The pug's gonna stay here just to defend. So now infinite monsters will spawn from the unlit rooms. And I tried to make the rooms as easy as possible for us to get through. See, I could press ZR right now and the exit button's orange because not everyone's in. But as soon as I get the pug in, yep, 2 out of 2 heroes ready. You can escape, and escaping will destroy all mobs and you're safe to the next floor. Nice. So this game is very useful and recommended to try to preserve as much resources as you can early on, so you can use them later. Because there's actually 12 floors to get through. Each one getting harder and harder with more mobs and more rooms. So the more you can save early on, the better you can do later on. Well, that's not necessarily true, because you want to spend food to level up your characters, and you want to spend science. But if you can find ways to stack up, stockpile your industry for throughout the levels, then things will become much more useful and interesting and easier overall. But I'll go into that into another video. But for now, yep, let's get on. Okay, I hope you liked the video. There was a lot of information there, and it was a bit longer than I expected. But yeah, if you have any other questions or just anything in particular you want to know about the game that I can make a video on, ask me and in the comments below, and yeah, we'll go for it. Okay, thanks. This was Nova, and have a great day, guys, and a great week. See ya.